Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Crusader Kings 2, the Byzantine Empire. Now, I love this game, and I really enjoy playing it, as you can possibly tell since I've been playing it for many hours here on YouTube, but there are some things about it that piss me off a little bit, and one of them I am going to spend a moment griping about right now because it seems completely ridiculous to me. And that is, over here to the right, I have these characters of special interest. Now, they are characters who I want to follow what's going on in their lives. Now, the game tells me mundane, silly things that happen to them, like when they hire a new mysticos, or stub their toe, or whatever. But there is no option anywhere for the game to let me know when they have a child. Now, this game is all about dynasties. It's all about family. So why the programmer didn't see fit to notify you when people who you have as special interest have children is amazing to me and ridiculous. The only time you're notified if someone has a child is if they are in your court and unlanded. The minute you land somebody, they might as well be off your radar unless they hire a new mysticos, in which case, ooh, sirens, we hired a new mysticos, but not if they have a child. Which means, of course, that the only way to find out if my landed children have grandchildren of mine is to check up on them. Like, for example, look at this fellow here, Marcus Aurelius. He's 3 years old. I missed the first 3 years of his life. Sorry, son. Blame it on Paradox, because they didn't feel the need to tell me that you were born. Yeah, God, it infuriates me. I mean, so I'm just going to have to stay on top of my landed children and make sure that I'm aware of when they have children of their own. The next thing I want to note is that I lost a province last episode. It happened real quick at the end. You might have missed it. I guess the reason why is because this fellow, the Count of Zachlumia, became the Duke of Croatia, and so took his county, to which he owed fealty to me, and took it away, made it into his own Duchy of Croatia. He looks like a sleazeball. I should probably have him killed. And you know, I have a way to take all of Croatia for myself in one fell swoop by claiming it in the name of Jelka, who is my daughter-in-law, Dr. Quacksalver's wife. The problem with this is Jelka has there we go. She has a son, Almeric Welf, who is a son not of Dr. Quacksalver, and he is her heir, and he is also the heir to the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. So if she dies, he gets all this land, and it goes to whoever him, I guess, the Upper Burgundy. So I lose the land again. So it might be better overall just to take one province at a time, utilizing my de jure claims. Although really, messing with Croatia right now is not something that I'm particularly interested in because, well, if you look here, little teeny tiny Byzantine Empire, giant Abbasid, giant Safarid. And now, granted, I understand that the Byzantine Empire has a lot more letters in it than Abbasid or Safarid, and so that probably explains why they're so much larger, the text size, that is. But still, it makes me very nervous. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find the Caliph, who is 65 years old, and I'm going to name him as a person of interest. That way, hopefully, when he dies, the game will let me know. Though, if he has any children, it's up for grabs. But look at all these kids he has. And he made his third living son the heir. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I'm sure these two are going to get a little upset and try to steal his throne from him because, well, frankly, they look just like him. I mean, they all look alike. It's like, what the heck? Okay, his beard's a little thicker, I guess. Oh, I don't know who you are. But you're not the guy. Whatever. Not important. The next thing is, Tolstoy would like to be legitimized. Unfortunately, I have looked under every rock and played with this game for like an hour trying to figure out how to do this, and unfortunately it is no longer possible. In the Intrigue tab, you would normally have a choice down here under Decisions to legitimize your bastard. Unfortunately, since I gave Tolstoy his own land, he started his own dynasty, the dynasty of Constantinople. So it's too late now. I cannot legitimize him, but that's okay. In fact, I think it's better because now Tolstoy is the founder of his own dynasty that will grow and become powerful, and we'll be able to track it and see how it does. So I'm perfectly happy with that, and I think that is completely reasonable and legitimate. Though, since he wished it, I would have legitimized him were that an applicable choice. So, all of my peace treaties with these folks have expired, so I can now progress to attacking them even more, and that's what I'm going to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up, like always, my Varangian Guard. Now, if you'll recall, mercenaries and retinue can move around quite freely, and it doesn't impact you can still declare war. So I'm going to be doing that. Okay. So of my children, Tolstoy is landed. Tip is not landed because he's going to be taking over for me. Miyuki is landed. Dr. Quacksalver, I will eventually give him something. In fact, I might as well give him Strymon. Now, actually, let's wait till he has some kids, and then I'll give him Strymon so I can name a few more kids. And because I'm eventually going to get Prusa and Kyzikos for my leading dynasty. Wade, I want to put into the church, but I haven't had a church to put him into, so I wish I had the Sons of Abraham DLC. I could have him join a holy order, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably end up having to marry him because that's what he wants. Kreftwer is a duchess, so she's currently... Oh no, Count Tolstoy has died after a period of illness. Well, at least it wasn't under suspicious circumstances, so that means that Tolstoy's son, Neophytos, is now the Count of Brundisian, and Marcus, my grandson, I guess he's not Marcus the Third because he's not my direct descendant, he is the Count of Amalfi. Okay, well that's fine. That works out for me. So these two fine young gentlemen of the House of Constantinople, with the lion, the yellow lion rampant, the golden lion rampant, are going to lead on Tolstoy's dynasty. Meanwhile, we're about ready to declare war. Who else do we have here? Yicolet and Zinger have not become adults yet. Neither have Shadiabak and Desdemona, who are Tip's two daughters. And then Lady Personman and Nyasha are Miyuki's two daughters. And Ronan Kanhem is my new half-Ethiopian son. Alright, we're going to declare war on you. Not holy war. Okay. Let's see, Adana. Do we know... Yeah, let's just get Adana, and that way we'll have Lycandos just stuck there in the middle of nowhere. Alright. You're gonna die now, friend. Sorry. Just the way life is sometimes. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And my new wife is pregnant yet again. Marcus is having no trouble having children. Although Tip, I'm very disappointed in Tip. He has two daughters. The last one was 7 years ago. Tip needs to have more children. I mean, he doesn't understand. He's the heir. If anything happens to him, we are screwed. Okay. Photios, the Count of Colonea. You are intriobular, deceitful, gregarious, arbitrary. Yep, you're my new Mysticos. And what am I going to do with you? You are going to study technology in Rome until Marcus dies, and then you're going to come to the capital and protect Tip, because he sucks at intrigue. How am I doing in technology? Popular customs, religious customs, not too worried about that. Trade, not too worried. A victory. Okay, let's take out their army. That generally gives me points quickly. Back to technology. Nope, nothing I really want to spend money on at this point. Or not money, I guess, but technology points. What are you guys doing? Are you going to make it out before I get to you? 23 November? Nope. You gonna die. Very slowly. Truces are expiring. Yes, I know. That's why I'm trying to kill everybody while I can. And we have beaten them. But we are only at 60% war score, so we need to beat them a second time. Probably a third time, too. Soon, Adana will be ours. And I'm not going to be creating any new duchies, but I may do so when Tip becomes the emperor, because it'll cause some people to like him better. And it just depends. I'll take a look and see how people are feeling. If people seem seditious, I will try to placate them by giving them honorary titles first. If that doesn't work, I'll give them money. And finally, if that doesn't work, I will create duchies. Plus, it gives Tip some prestige, which also prevents people from declaring war on him, because he seems tougher. Give the patriarch a chance. I know he's not really good at what he does, but he is the patriarch. It's good to be the patriarch. This guy is imprisoning all kinds. Wait. Are you... Did the Caliph change? Is that why you're telling me this stuff? No? Still the same old guy. His heir has changed. Oh no, the heir hasn't changed. His hat has changed. He's wearing a new hat. I can create a ton of titles. I'm not going to be creating any kingdoms, because that's just asking to get killed. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. This is... Miyuki wants to amass wealth. That is fine with me, Miyuki. You can amass all the wealth your little heart can desire. Anastasia wants to improve learning. A worthy goal. He will not allow me to enforce my demands. My granddaughter Desdemona is modest and humble, never showing off or bragging. Quietly encourage her. Good job, Desdemona. Aw, you have a navy. How cute. Again, this is taking a long time because this is a mostly cavalry force, so there is a strange amount... Oh, the Varangians must be the heavy infantry. There might be a revolt in Constantinople. That's perfectly okay. That's what the Varangians are for. I'm not too worried about it. I've crushed a number of revolts in my time, and this will be just another one. So in the last episode, I talked a little bit about Byzantine military structure of this time period. That is the 7th through the 11th centuries. Wade, you are not going to be the Sacellarios. You are terrible at Sacellarying. So, to go in a bit more detail about the themes themselves, the themes, again, were large areas of which Asia Minor was broken up into in order to give land grants to soldiers to defend their homelands. And the reason why they got land grants is because... Okay, you released a little girl, that's nice of you. Because they needed money to be able to afford their equipment. The state stopped paying for their equipment and their rations and all that business, and so they needed the land in order to earn the money to do that and to be able to serve. There were 5 themes at first. There was the Armeniac theme, the Anatolic theme, the Opsician theme. Oh, I have a new daughter. We seem to be having quite a lot of those lately. A son hasn't come out in a while. I hope it's not some kind of bug or something since I changed it so that women can inherit. I hope it's still possible to have sons. It's weird, right? Oh no, we just had a son, right? We just had Ronan Canum. That's okay. Next we have Demetria. Okay, welcome to the family, Demetria. Demetria Aurelius. Okay, then there's the Thracian theme, and finally the Carabesian theme, or the core of the Carabesiani. They were like kind of a naval theme. No, I rule. So, and again, over time, the number of themes were shrunk at first, because at first the themes were so powerful that different strategai of different themes could rebel very easily against the emperor, and there were quite a lot of those who seized power. So, eventually, the tagmata was strengthened, and the themes were shrunk, and there were more themes added to make sure that no one person had that much power. Dr. Quacksalver wants to become Strategos. Dr. Quacksalver, what I want you to do is have some kids. Is there anything wrong with your wife? She is a Grey Eminence, plus 10 fertility. She needs to have another child. I'm going to support the Greens, as always. It was mentioned that I should support the Blues in order to have the Greens win. But here we go. It was close, but the Green team emerged as the winner. 50 gold, 50 prestige. That's what I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, a typical theme... Well, let's use the Thracian theme as an example, and I'm getting these numbers from Wikipedia. The Thracian theme had 9,600 personnel in it. And of those personnel, they were broken up into what's called turmas of 2,400. And those turmas were broken up into drongos of 400, which were broken up into bandos, or bandas, of 200, a bandon, actually, B-A-N-D-O-N. And they were broken up into a kentarchia of 100 people. And Glonche died of a great pox. That is a terrible shame. So, you could see that while very different from the Roman army, this sense of organization, of this force being split up into ever smaller portions, still carried on to the Byzantine Empire from the Roman Empire. So I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same. Okay, you. I think we've converted enough of these people. Let's convert some of these people. Can you do that? Can you convert these people? They're going to be mine soon anyway. No, I cannot. Alright, well, go home then. Oh. What's this? You wish to give me your lands? I will do so. Hooray! Alright, who do we got? You? You don't like me very much. You know what? That's cool. I don't like you very much either. I'm going to revoke your title. Meanwhile, I'm going to declare war on you now. I think it's here, yeah. You don't have any allies, I don't think. Let's take a look. Oh, you do, but nobody I need to be worried about. Kale wants to become... Everyone wants to become Mysticos. But I'm not going to let you. Okay. And let's move our troops over there. Meanwhile, we have Adana. We have a mosque. We do not want to have a mosque. So we are going to victory. Hooray. Hello, sir. I'm going to remove your title from you. Yep. No one will care. Please do me the favor of leaving it. Baron? No, I don't want to be the Baron. Hold on here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The Abbasids and the Persians are at war. That's exactly the kind of good news I want to hear. Okay, so going back to my new territory here. Bishopric. Okay, no, but I want the county. Alright. The city of Marmistra is this guy. And you're actually alright with me, I guess. But you are a Sunni. So, I'm going to revoke your title too. And you might be asking me, Marcus, why are you going through all this trouble when you could just revoke the county, give it to a count, and he'll revoke these guys? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I have a son who I want to put in the church. So, that son is Wade, who doesn't like me very much. So I'm going to get him as far away from the halls of power as possible. And that means he is going to become Bishop of Anazarba. And now Wade is a bishop. Okay, so now the question is, who gets the county? Now, I'm not going to give the county to Dr. Quacksalver because I don't want there to ever be a risk of kinslaying, so I want to keep my family members far enough apart so they never have an excuse to fight each other. So, I'm going to have to find someone else. Someone who has good stewardship. The Sacalarios of Colonea. Midas touched. Okay, I know, you're releasing a lot of people from the dungeon. Cynical, you're not ambitious. It's yours. County of Adana. Include the lower titles. Okay, there we go. A son! Finally! Tip! Thank goodness. Tip has a son. And that son's name will be Lucas. Lucas Aurelius. And Wade has become the strategos for the Count. Excellent. I was worried that he might not like you, Wade, but he does. So we're in good shape. Meanwhile, I'm taking this from this fellow. Slow business, but what are you going to do? I do have it on a faster speed. Marcus is still alive. I mean, this guy is 60 years old. My granddaughter, make sure everyone gets the same amount. Yeah, absolutely. You are just, Desdemona. Is she going to be the heir? Let's see here. Tip. No, Shadia back is the heir. She is honest and brave, which is good. And she is, well, Desdemona, poor Desdemona has a hair lip, so it's probably the best that she not become empress. But she is humble and just. Although, how can you have a hair lip and not be humble and just, frankly? This is taking forever. Why is Emir the Old having such a problem here? Now, are these guys still at war? Yep. I mean, now is the time for me to strike against the Abbasids, but there's all this territory here first. You know, now would be a good time for a holy war, actually, because the Abbasids and the Persians are both busy. And I think that it would be better to strike against the Abbasids. But I could take this whole country in one fell swoop. That would be something. Come on, this is taking forever. Okay. And, no, there it goes. Peasant revolt. Well, we knew it was coming, right? So let's take a look at this. 5,000 peasants. We have a lot of money. A lot of money means mercenaries. There's 4,500. And that's a lot of money, though. Holy moly, 360? Even 300 is kind of a lot. 225 will give me 3,000. That should at least stall these guys a little bit. Oh, perfect. And they're not spawning where my enemies are. So let's raise the personal levies. Well, that's probably a bad idea. And the county levies. Okay, I want everybody to meet them in battle here, including you guys, although you probably won't make it in time. You guys can just chill. And yeah, you're not going to make it in time. Alright, cool. We're not doing so well, but that's to be expected. We're heavily outnumbered. Now we're doing better. Okay. Peasant revolt was crushed. No, I'm not going to invest in technological advance. There's nothing I really want. Are you going to Thrake? Yeah. Well, we are going to follow you. And we should be enough. So you guys are going to disband. I don't want my counts to be upset with me. How about here? 700 defenders. Okay, let's finish these peasants off. Oh, we captured Philaritos. Too bad he isn't worth any money. And Adrianople. What was that just happened now? Oh, Bassori is raised long. I don't care about that. Tolerance. I guess the reason why I can't invest in these is because they're already higher than everything else. So maybe I should invest in some of these here. I just got a revolt because of populars. Maybe, well, tolerance definitely should go first, and then popular customs. And I guess religious customs. Okay. So what does trade do for me? Not much I could really tell. I guess town infrastructure and church infrastructure. I guess in trade too. Alright. Military organization. I believe this means more morale and more retinue. Yep. And that's taking it all. So military organization is right now the thing that I am the best at. Victory. Victory. Prince Zinger of the Byzantine Empire is now of legal age. He became a great eminence. Yes. Zinger. Awesome. Yikulet. Charismatic negotiator. Yes. You guys are awesome. Fantastic. How many people here? Oh, God. They have huge garrisons. Where are you going? You're going to Calliopolis. These peasants simply will not die. Alright. Zinger. Well, Yikulet first. Yikulet, you are a charismatic negotiator. You're born in the purple. You're wroth, so you're kind of pissed off at everything. But otherwise, you're pretty great. You're humble, diligent. Okay, well, let's find you a suitable husband. The King of Italy. Oh, he's only 3 years old, though. The King of Bavaria. That would be awesome, actually. That would be great. Yes. We are now allied with the King of Bavaria. I hope that stays through Tip, because then he could help us against all these, the Hungarians, the Bulgarians. Oh, that is fantastic. Yiklit, you are going to make us quite proud. And next we have Zinger, right? Zinger. You are Grey Eminence. That is amazing. You're a twin, just, kind, shy, and greedy. It's okay. It'll be good when I give you a county. Let's marry you to somebody. Now you, I don't really care how powerful she is, but rather, well, we might be able to get us a inheritance. The Duchess of Tyrol. Gregarious, arbitrary, deceitful, patient. No, she sucks. Nah, let's just find a good steward. Who's not, well, I guess it doesn't matter if she's ambitious, but she's proud and slothful. And a Catholic. They're all Catholics. She's a Midas touched, which means high fertility. She's a scholar. I like her. She's shy and honest. I think she's good. Renata. She's 27, though. A bit older than you. That could be a problem. She's orthodox and wants to marry a ruler. Oh, but she's homosexual. Probably not the best choice. Gosh, Zinger, there just isn't much to go on here. She is attractive, Berta. She's proud, but she's craven and deceitful. But she does have high fertility, and she's 22. Good stewardship, but she is... What was her problem again? Oh, she's old, right, 27. Maybe someone who's good at fighting? Sahara, our courtier, she's got good diplomacy and good fighting skills. I'd hate to lose her, but maybe you can have some kids and she wants to get married. Let's do it. You can marry Zara. Okay. I think that's a great plan. And then you'll stay in the court and hopefully have many children. And Wade has become ecclesiarch. All right, Wade, look at you. You're already doing so many great things for yourself. We're about to take out these peasants who are very resilient. And we now have an alliance with the Kingdom of Bavaria. Okay, we've beaten the peasants. Force our demands. Got some prestige out of that. And this guy's... He's a noble? Really? Can we... Wait. Intrigue. We can ransom him? No. No. So neither of you two are worth anything, Leon or Phyllis. So I've had enough of you. 20 piety? Fine. And who are you, Philaritos? 20 piety? I have plenty of piety. Alright. You guys can disband. Thank you for your service. And the last thing we do before we end the episode, hopefully, is conquer this province. And the next episode, Holy Wartime. Oh, yes! Another claim. Prusa. Sorry, lady. We're revoking your title. And no one cares. And you can move over here to Kyzikos. Or you can give me a claim there. Yiklit wants to have a daughter. It's cool. And I am now the Count of Prusa. Fantastic. So I'm only one county away from owning all of Nicaea. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm setting things up quite nicely for the future. Now we just have to conquer this. Another peasant revolt. Really? Atalaya. Why are there so many peasant revolts all of a sudden? Oh, we're running low on money. Alright, well that means you guys are going to help stop this revolt. Oh, give me a break. This is all you have? This is downright pathetic. What about you? You must have something. Wow. These guys are just terrible at what they do. They must have more troops in this. They just don't want to give them to me. But this should be enough to take out some unruly peasants. Okay, wow, only 64% war score despite the fact that we've completely taken these guys out. Will you accede to my demands? No, you will not. Well, you will soon. Meanwhile, these guys are all meeting up here. We have a 1% war score despite the fact that we haven't actually fought with them. Oh, look at you! (14 March). No point. Oh, the Caliph is now known as the Great. Good for him. Zinger wants to become Strategos. Not today, Zinger. Alright, who are we going to live? Romanos. Anastasia. Oh, nice to see her back on the battlefield. And Hakam. Alright, let's take these guys out. You should be able to take out some unruly peasants. What do we have here? They're just going to move, right? Yep. Screw it. Do what you guys want. I don't care. We'll move these guys, actually. That's a good idea. We'll move them over there to help. Let's chase them to Sozopolis. And we should have Peasant Revolt number 2 safely underhand. Yes, that was much easier than Peasant Revolt number 1. And you were in prison. And now you're going to die. You do not mess with Marcus Aurelius. I hope, if nothing else, that is the lesson learned from this. I'm generous and humble and wise and kind, but if you cross me, I will end you. And I'm still alive. How old am I? We're already in 901. I missed the year of our Lord 900. Everybody seems to be doing well. Though nobody's having children. Come on, guys. How are you doing, Iclet? You're not yet pregnant. Let's have some of those Bavarian children. Okay, this should help us out here. We're going to take these guys down. Wow, you can really tell the difference between my A team and my B team. Let's go. Actually, well, no, we're fine here. Let's go siege these guys. Kreftwer wants to improve intrigue. I think that's a good idea, Kreftwer. Oh! Are you willing to surrender to me now? Excellent. Excellent. Okay. You can go back here. You can go back here. Who? Well, it's already going way late, so next episode we will determine who we attack next. And you, my friend, are going to lose your county. Sorry, but you are a Sunni. So, I mean, you should pretty much expect that. You guys are going to disband. You guys I'm going to keep, however, because you are my Varangians and my retinue. So we're going to do some holy warring. It's going to be something to watch. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.